10th of January 2022, greetings from Rwanda's capital Kigali. Here is what makes our top stories tonight. On Thursday morning in Kigali, President Paul Kagame received President Philippe Nyusi for a meeting during which they discussed the good progress that has been made between Rwanda and Mozambique in the ongoing cooperation towards securing the province of Cabo Delgado.
Residents neighboring the Global Health Equity University in Burera district confirmed that since its establishment in the area, it has played a significant role in improving their well-being.
A very good evening and welcome to Rwanda Television News. My name is Sam Kalisa.
And my name is Martina Awera.
How are you doing, Martina?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very great.
Okay.
And of course, kicking it off tonight, on Thursday morning in Kigali, President Paul Kagame received President Philippe Nyusi for a meeting during which they discussed the good progress that has been made between Rwanda and Mozambique in the ongoing cooperation towards securing the province of Cabo Delgado, as well as other areas of bilateral cooperation. In July last year, Rwanda security forces, numbering 1,000 in all, headed to Mozambique to fight terrorism at the country's request. On Tuesday, President Paul Kagame noted that peace and security in Cabo Delgado have now been restored to the once troubled province of Cabo Delgado at the rate of 85%, and the security cooperation between both countries has been tangible. Over to you, Martina.
Thank you, Sam. Residents neighboring the Global Health Equity University in Burera district confirmed that since its establishment in the area, it has played a significant role in improving their well-being. This comes as the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO's report ranked the university among others that contribute to the implementation of the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals.
The University of Global Health Equity, located in Butaro in Burera district in the northern province of Rwanda, teaches and trains in professional medical courses. The university was classified in the UNESCO's report of universities that offer specialized medical studies, plus the fact that the university contributes to the well-being of the society where it is located.
We really thank the country's leadership that thought of us and established this university in Butaro so that we can develop like others. Now the whole country and the world at large knows that there is a university in Burera district.
When the university was established, a lot changed, starting from the health sector, as that's its main goal. Our citizens used to have multiple sicknesses and would travel long distances for treatment, but that really changed. Vision-oriented learning provides the opportunity for students at the university to contribute to the development of the society around.
There is a program to take us to work in different parts of the country and even outside the country, depending on how many people in that particular area need our help. These people are mostly left out, which is our opportunity to play a role in improving their health.
First, we partner with different health authorities in treating non-communicable diseases like diabetes, as well as helping in the general treatment of the public. Gloria Igihozo, a lecturer at the University of Global Health Equity, commented on the university's speciality to bring about change in the health sector.
If you go and look at the medical program or the medical education, it's a program that's focusing on building the capacity of Rwanda to have doctors who are not only equipped in diagnosing diseases, but also understanding the root cause of a disease. So some of the programs they have include community-based education, where they not only go out in the communities, but they try to understand some of the social, environmental, and legal factors that impact disease and health outcomes. And this is very special in terms of it's a doctor going into a clinic that doesn't just look at a patient and say, all right, this is the disease they have, but they also get to understand if this is the disease, how is this disease impacting the person, the family, the society, and how can I address it from the root cause in order to make sure that this person has a chance at life.
A report by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO carried out in 193 countries around the world, highlighting the role of higher learning institutions and universities in line with a Vision 2030 of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, recognized UGHE's role in developing and contributing to the health sector as well as helping the society. The co-founder and chancellor of the university, Dr. Paul Farmer, noted that the university's international recognition is due to Rwanda's significant contribution in its operations.
I think UNESCO is right. Is there another university like this in the world? Not yet. Is there another one in Africa? Not yet. Is there another one in rural Africa? No. This is unique, right? And the UNESCO appreciation for and the citation of UGHE as the right way to meet the SDGs. What did it mean to me? Well, it gave me great joy. I felt very emotional, and I would say this is a huge victory for the university to be recognized as worthy of that, a monument, really. And I'm so proud of the university, but also of the country, which has allowed us to build this beautiful campus and this beautiful hospital up here on this hill.
The University of Global Health Equity was officially launched in January 2019. It now has 156 students and annually graduates 24 students with a master's degree in medicine and health science.
And as we move ahead, the Senate has asked that a detailed analysis be made of the problems found in the storage, drying and soaking of the agricultural produce with the aim of increasing the productivity. The call was made on Thursday as the senators reviewed a report prepared by the Standing Committee on Political and Good Governance. Sergeant Hode has the details.
The report focused on the findings made after a review of the operations of the Rwanda Governance Board for the 2020-2021 and 2021-2022 fiscal years, and the senators raised a number of concerns following the presentation of the report. I was very concerned when I heard that storage and drying facilities are not being used, and yet they are located right next to the maize fields. I do not understand how farmers can refuse to use such infrastructure when its sole purpose is to address such issues. As for the way the land services operate, that has also continued to be a problem for many people.
When we visited different communities, we came across one of the places they soak cassavas, but the state of the water they were using was appalling. They kept reusing the same water without replacing it, and I verified this by going door to door and was very saddened by what I saw.
All drying, soaking and storage facilities must be properly maintained, and the soaking of sorghum too must be discussed, not just cassava. For cassava, improper storage could lead to the development of aflatoxins. The cassavas themselves may look white and fine, but the powder made from them could very well be contaminated. The members of the Senate Standing Committee on Political and Good Governance noted that the RGB report their committee analyzed indicated a 64.1% dissatisfaction rate among the general population when it comes to the country's drying and storage facilities, and that the water used by farmers to soak cassavas can indeed lead to people getting sick. Such issues were found to contribute to substandard agricultural produce, and there is also the problem of farmers who take money for their crops from middlemen at exploitative prices even before harvest time. The committee also highlighted that dissatisfaction over the country's land services is now at 38.2%. Access to information pertaining to the master plan is criticized at a rate of 66.3%. The transfer of land deeds at 55.2%. Land registrars and other employees concerned with land services have a disapproval rate of 35.3%. The process of getting permission to repair or construct a structure is being criticized at a rate of 34.4%. The issuing of land deeds at 45.6%, and the registration of land at 40.1%. The senators spoke to the concerned authorities about these matters, and even they could not come up with solutions for some of the problems.
Certainly, there are many strategies, and the different committees have gone over this many times over the years. But we have noticed that even the very things that are supposed to be solutions for these problems have problems themselves. The disapproval rates have also continued to remain high. There is also mismanagement, and we have noted that as well, with the poor maintenance of facilities seen. For example, we were told that as some facilities, all cooperatives and district authorities do is blame each other.
The Senate plenary session decided to ask that a detailed analysis be made of the problems found in the storage, drying and soaking of agricultural produce with the aim of increasing productivity.
Thank you, Serge, for that report. Moving on, the Ministry of Health has noted that they are currently increasing services provided by health posts to address different issues of patients that access these health posts. They also note that in the past 5 years, there has been a significant increase in the number of people accessing services at these posts. Olive Nete with more.
Some of the residents in Kigali are grateful to the government for setting up village-based health facilities known as health posts. They say having these health posts facilitates them to have access to medical care.
This child and his elder brother have been ill lately. I rushed to this hospital and they were diagnosed with typhoid. After they were treated and healed.
I came here with intense pain in the stomach. The doctor treated me and gave me medicines. After taking medicines, I was healed. The Ministry of Health notes that the total number of first-generation health posts is 1,157, which provides basic medical care, and 21 are of the second generation. They provide those basic services with other additional services like maternity, dental and eye care services. Some of these health posts are managed by private entrepreneurs like Society for Family Health, Rwanda, which currently has 189 health posts.
After signing the agreement with the Ministry of Health, we took 30 days to supervise the activities and services of the health posts we started with. We had people at the field who used to collect data about equipment in these health posts, like how many do they have and how many needed. We also trained some healthcare providers which were already working in these health posts, and also it helped us to know the number of healthcare providers needed in these health posts.
However, some of the entrepreneurs say they meet difficulties in getting access to licenses to treat patients with community-based health insurance, locally known as Mutuelle de Santé, which affects their daily work. Residents also say this negatively affects them.
We started working on the 1st of December. It's been 2 months now. We request to partner with RSSB so that we can provide better services.
I wonder why I would live near the hospital and not access its services just because it doesn't work with Mutuelle. It would be of no use to live near that hospital. That hospital should work with Mutuelle so that we can rush to the hospital in case of need. The Rwanda Social Security Board has noted that they are currently working with 430 health posts. Florence Muziganyi, the Community-Based Health Insurance Medical Benefits Division Manager in the Rwanda Social Security Board, notes that whoever meets the requirement is allowed to partner with them. A person who does not meet the requirement is not allowed to sign a contract with us. When we receive a complete document requesting to partner with us, it takes at least 2 weeks to sign a contract with him. We first visit his workplace, see if he has all the equipment and medicines needed. The Director General of Clinical Services in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Corneille Nihabose, has noted that they are allowing private institutions and organizations to manage those health posts as long as they meet the requirements.
We open up for those owners of health posts, those who want to partner with the government or district to operationalize those health posts. The reason why in new guidelines we are bringing more like NGOs, non-governmental organizations, who can partner with the government to run one or more health posts, private companies registered, but they are willing to run those health posts. But at least they have the financial capacity, they have maybe expertise in management, but they appoint the managers of those health posts, which are nurses. Nurses can only lead, organize the health posts, but the financial burden will be put on those NGO and those private companies.
The Ministry of Health has noted that after establishing health posts, there has been an increase in the number of people who access medical services from the health posts. About 71,212 people accessed healthcare services at health posts in 2016-2017, while 2020-2021, more than 4 million people accessed these health posts. Olive Net, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive, for the report. And as we move ahead, members of the East African Legislative Assembly, ELA, are calling on harmonization of laws in member states to facilitate the ratification of the pending protocols by partner states for proper cooperation. Gloria Mutesi has more on the report.
During a two-day meeting that is being conducted across all member states, including here in Kigali, Rwanda, members of the East African Legislative Assembly are reviewing how far the implementation of the protocols after being ratified by heads of state, as well as understanding the possible reasons for the delay in ratification of the pending protocols. Dr. Kalinda Francois, a member of the East African Legislative Assembly from Rwanda, remarks that they have noted a number of recommendations that will be presented to the Council.
One of them is about the roadmap for ratification of protocols. While we have a deadline for bills when it's sent to partner states for assent, it looks like there is no deadline for ratification of protocols. So participants would like that there should be also a roadmap so that follow-up is possible.
Officials from Rwanda's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation believe that harmonization of laws within the member states will facilitate the implementation of regional protocols.
So there is a need for other EAC partner states to liberalize. How do you liberalize the economy? You will just amend your local or national laws. You amend the national laws or in the context of the EAC laws. In other words, you harmonize national laws with regional laws, such that there is no provision at regional level which contradicts national laws provisions.
Among the 7 protocols pending ratification by member states, including Rwanda, is the Protocol on Cooperation in Meteorological Services. A task force was formed in 2017 to develop a roadmap and strategies for the implementation of this protocol. Mr. Didas Musoni, the Division Manager of Data Observation, Quality Control and Processing at the Rwanda Meteorology Agency, speaks of the significance of cooperation between member states as climate knows no boundaries.
Meteorology, we cannot even afford to say we be on our own, because we have to have Burundi, we have to have Tanzania, Uganda, and others, giving us the weather information, data information, the real-time information on weather and climate, so that we are able to predict what is happening to us. In isolation, we cannot be able to do what. Yes. So that's why there is a very critical need to cooperate. Yes. So all heads of Met services are in agreement with that.
Article 151 of the Treaty for the Establishment of the East African Community empowers the EAC partner states to conclude protocols as may be necessary for each area of cooperation. Reporting for RTV News, Gloria Mutesi.
Thank you, Gloria Mutesi, for that report. Moving on, this Thursday, the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of the Parliament of Rwanda, Honorable Mukabalisa Donatille, received in her office Rania Mamdou El Bana, the Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Rwanda, and His Excellency Amir Mohammed Khan, the Pakistan's High Commissioner to Rwanda, where they discussed bilateral relations and parliamentary relations between both countries. Among other issues discussed include the trade and cooperation as explained by Amir Mohammed Khan and Rania Mahmoud El-Bana, the ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Rwanda, who stresses that she is pleased with the talks she held with the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of the Rwandan Parliament. She also reiterated on what the two countries will focus on to improve the cooperation and good relations.
We can have mechanism for cooperation in various fields, including, agriculture, industries, health sector, and capacity building, education. So during the coming years, we will try our best to have such mechanism under which we can cooperate.
And I was so honored and pleased to meet Right Honorable, the head of the parliament, because since I came as an ambassador to Egypt, I said that it's very important to visit the parliament, to know more about the parliament, and to know how to enhance more the relations between the two countries. Agriculture, in the environment, we have various of aspects, and also I believe nowadays it's very important when you have good relation with a country. It's not only on the political era, it's very important also to focus on the trade and economic relations, because this gives it more value.
The Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies of the Parliament of Rwanda, Honorable Mukabalisa Donatil, notes that relations with the two countries have been good, adding that this is going to improve from the example of the recently established Pakistani embassy in Rwanda.
The relationship has been very good, especially now that there is a step that has been made with Pakistan establishing its embassy in Kigali, and I believe it's going to get better. Otherwise, it is good, but we want it to be more than that and see cooperation between our parliaments. We need to create friendship groups between the two parliaments. For us, we have taken the step and created it. They also promised to talk to their speakers to see these friendship groups created, and then we can continue to focus at how our relationship can continue to improve.
And as we move ahead, investors in various countries say that what attracts them to Rwanda is the technological advancement, infrastructure and security, as well as the different means that the country has put in place to make it easier for them to start investing.
Investors who are preparing to start their own businesses in Rwanda say that the reason for their appreciation is that they see great opportunities in the country because its location makes it easier for investors to reach the entire continent of Africa and the region in which Rwanda is located.
A lot of us have already been involved in West Africa. But if you look at East African market, Rwanda is sitting on a platform where it can reach out to the countries around Rwanda geographically, and the people here are, I may be sounding biased, but by far the most friendly people in the country I've met.
I'm into a real estate business in India, in affordable housing. I'm also a co-founder in Boema International. We have came together here, not only in manufacturing units, we are planning to expand it beyond manufacturing. We are planning to go into affordable housing in Rwanda also.
We are going to invest in the mining sector, and as a doctor, as I feel from the 2 years, that Africa need a good infrastructure for the health sector also. We have a good chain of hospitals in India, so we are planning to invest in the health sector also for the Rwanda peoples.
The author and international investment expert from India, Opesh Singh, compares Rwandan and Singaporean investments, assuring that if the current pace continues, it will reach a higher level than what some people think today.
I'm working in Africa since 12 years. We have offices in 10 countries, and now we just come to Rwanda also because it's our new home. Why I choose Rwanda? I travel a lot of countries. I have business in a lot of countries, but this is Singapore of Africa. That's why I choose Rwanda. This is the best, safe country.
In addition to Rwanda's efforts to diversify its infrastructure and integrate technology with many sectors of the country's health, investors coming to Rwanda believe that the security in the country, which is also in the heart of Africa, gives them hope of finding market for what they do.
The Eastern Province Development Partners Meeting, GDAF, has announced that in the current fiscal year 2021-2022, it has invested 31 billion Rwandan francs in various projects aimed at improving the well-being of the residents of this province. However, during this meeting with the administration of the province, which took place in Nyagatare district, the Rwanda Governance Board called on them to focus their efforts on changing the mindsets of the people in order for them to better understand their role in such projects. Jen Mutani with more.
Water to the people and providing cows to the vulnerable families through the Girinka Munyarwanda program are among the efforts made by partners in various districts of the Eastern Province. While some have been heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic economically, some of the partners say that this is the right time to help them recover from the losses they have incurred due to this pandemic.
We are now working with the respective administration as we've also organized meetings. Many activities have been resumed according to the government measures, and we also thank the government for the vaccination program because people have started to have hope and courage to resume their activities.
In the current fiscal year 2021-2022, 31 billion Rwandan francs was contributed by the partners from all the 7 districts of the Eastern Province to be invested in the projects that improve the livelihoods of the people, this one objective accounting for 1/4 of this amount. However, the Rwanda governors pointed out the need for these partners to work harder to reach out to the community and help them understand their role in these projects. Dr. Oziel Kaitesi, the Chief Executive Officer of Rwanda Governance Board, says that the public's mindset is among the factors hindering development, which is why there is a need for partners to play a role in changing their perception.
Kw'abapasiteri bari hafi y'abaturage kurusha ubuyobozi bw'ibanze.
For instance, pastors are closer to the community than the local authorities, and there are various issues that have been brought forward, like sanitation. We urge partners to focus on changing mindsets, starting with children, by encouraging them to go to school and showing people through daily activities that they are a part of the implementation process, because then we shall be solving the root cause of the issues, such as children dropping out of school and lack of food at schools, yet we have the capacity of solving all those problems. The Eastern Province Administration also appreciates the role of these partners in development, but urges them to continue to prioritize cooperation in order to improve the development of this province. There are currently more than 300 development partners in this province. Jane Mutoni, RTV News.
On behalf of the entire news production team that made it happen, many thanks for being with us. My name remains Sam Kalisa.
And my name Martina Avera.
Have a good night.
And stay safe.
Bye.